Hello everyone, welcome to LRNR classes. So previous classes we discussed about what is a cell. So in this class we will discuss about the basic structure of cell. So in a cell, normally there are two types of cell according to living organisms. There are two types of cell. So plants and animals, there are living organisms are classified into plants and animals. Okay. So plant cell and another is animal cell. So there is a difference between plant cell and animal cell. What? That in plant cell there are two outer covering. In plant cell the outermost covering is 2 number, but in animal cell outermost covering is only one outermost layer is present in animal cell, and in plant cell there are two outermost layer in the cell. Okay, so the basic structure of cell is cell membrane, first of all cell membrane, second one is nucleus, and third one is cytoplasm. Okay, but in plant cell there is an addition, that is one extra outermost layer, and that is the cell wall. The outermost covering of the plant cell is the cell wall, and the outermost covering of the animal cell is the cell membrane. Okay, so first of all we will discuss about what is cell membrane. First about its occurrence. Where cell membrane is found? Cell membrane is found in all animal cells. Okay. Then about its structure. Okay. It is living. It is ultra thin. It is semi-permeable. Or selectively permeable membrane. So why do you call it as selectively permeable? Because it only allows some specific type substance, some essential substance to pass through the cell membrane. Okay, so that's why it is called selectively permeable membrane. It does not allow all substance, all nutrients. It only allows some specific, some essential nutrients to pass through the cell membrane. Next about the model. A model of cell membrane. So there are three models of cell membrane. One is lipid model, next one is the lamellar model, and third one is the fluid mosaic model. But the most accepted model is fluid mosaic model, which is proposed by Singer and Nicholson in 1972. Okay, so let's discuss about what is the fluid mosaic model in plasma membrane. So this is the diagram of a fluid mosaic model, and in this model you see the round structures here, and these round structures are called lipid droplets. Okay, lipids are present in form of droplet like structure or globule like structure. So these are the lipid droplets, and from the lipid molecules some channels like structure are there, and these channels like structures are protein channels. Okay, and this lipid protein is bilayer in this from opposite direction. So that's why it is called it is also called as lipid bilayer model, because lipid protein has two layers, okay, in opposite direction. Next. So you can see there are some large round structures in this diagram. Okay, so these are two types of proteins. Some proteins are there in this fluid mosaic model. Okay, you can see some proteins are completely embedded within this model, and some proteins are present on the outer surface, just the edge of this lipid and protein. So the protein which is permanently embedded with this fluid mosaic, with this lipid bilayer model, that protein is called intrinsic protein. Okay, this is the intrinsic protein, this is the intrinsic protein. If there is another present, this is the intrinsic protein, this is also an intrinsic protein. Okay, so the protein which is completely or which is permanently embedded with this lipid bilayer model, that protein is called intrinsic protein. And you can see another some proteins which are present in the edges of this model, just outer surface of model and just inner surface of the model. That type of protein is called extrinsic protein. Okay, so there are two types of protein are there. One is intrinsic protein and another one is extrinsic protein. So these extrinsic type proteins looks like the ice box in the lipid sea, because if there is so many lipid droplets here, some extrinsic proteins just flow above the lipid. So this looks like an ice box which flows in the sea, and the sea like the lipid sea. And this is proposed by also Singles and Nicholson in 1972. These proteins have functions like, these proteins can function as catalyst. What is the function of a catalyst? It enhances the chemical reaction. What type of chemical reaction? It enhances the chemical reaction which occurs within our cells, the metabolic activities, the respiratory activities, etc., respiration activities. So it functions like a catalyst which enhances the cellular chemical reactions in the cell. These proteins can also function as pump. Why? Now these pumps some essential nutrients. These pumps some essential nutrients into the cell, as well as some waste materials out from the cell. So it acts like a pump. It helps in the active transport of substances in the cell. And there are also some fine pores in between this lipid protein model. There are also some pores. Through these pores, this semi-permeable membrane allows some essential nutrients to pass through in and some non-essential products to pass out from the cell. Okay, so this is all about your fluid mosaic model of plasma membrane. So let's know about the function of cell membrane. First of all, it is the selectively permeable membrane. It is the selectively permeable membrane. Why? I already said that it allows only essential substances, it allows some specific substances to pass through in and to pass through out of the cell. So that's why it is called selectively permeable. Next, it provides a definite shape to the animal cell. It provides a definite shape to the animal cell because it is the outermost layer of the animal cell. Next, it keeps separated from one cell to another cell. It separates from one cell to another cell. Why? Now one cell has outermost layer plasma membrane, another cell has also outermost layer plasma membrane. So these two cells are separated from each other due to presence of the outermost layer plasma membrane, and these cells are animal cells, not plant cells, because outermost layer is the plasma membrane. Okay. Next, it provides protection. It provides protection to what? To internal cell organelles which is present within a cell. It provides protection to the cell organelles from any injury, from any mechanical hamper. Okay. Next, it allows flow of substances. What type of substances? Any minerals, any nutrients, water molecules, any soluble material, etc. These are the substances. It allows flow of substances from within the cell organelles and also cell to cell. Okay. So first of all, it is the selectively permeable membrane. Next, it provides a definite shape to a animal cell. It separates from one cell to another cell because it is the outermost layer. Then it provides protection to the cellular organelles which is present within a cell from any mechanical injury. Then it allows the flow of substances, the transport of nutrients, transport of essential substances from within the cellular organelles, also cell to cell. So this is all about your structure and function of the plasma membrane. So next come to another structure, cell wall, which I already said that it is present only in plant cell. If we discuss about its occurrence, it is present only in plant cell as well as some fungal cells as well as some prokaryotic cells. Okay. So in plant cell, it is the outermost layer. Okay. And next to the outermost layer is called cell wall. And next to the cell wall, there is another layer, and that is the cell membrane. Okay. In plant cell, there are two covering in the cell. First, outermost is the cell wall, and next innermost is the cell membrane. But in an animal cell, there is only one outermost layer, and that is called cell membrane. Okay. So cell wall is absent in animal cell. Cell wall is absent in animal cell. Next come to structure of a cell wall or the components or composition of a cell wall. Okay. The cell wall is made up of some matrix and microfibrils. Cell wall is made up of matrix and microfibrils. What is matrix? The matrix is a gel-like or semi-transparent substance, jelly-like substance, which is called matrix, and microfibrils are the fine fibers, fiber-like fibrous structure. These are some fine fibers. Okay, and matrix and microfibrils are glued or attached together by mixture of polysaccharide. Polysaccharide is a type of your carbohydrate. Okay, so cell wall is made up of a jelly substance which is called matrix and a fiber like thread like substance that which is called microfibril, and matrix and microfibril are attached or glued together by a mixture of polysaccharide. So just like cell membrane is made up of your lipid in your fluid mosaic model, as you see, the cell membrane is made up of lipid, protein and some extrinsic proteins, intrinsic proteins, also some carbohydrates. Okay, these are the composition of cell membrane. But about the cell wall is composed of matrix and microfibrils. Okay, and the attachment layer is the polysaccharide. Okay, the microfibrils are made up of some cellulose type substance. The microfibrils are made up of cellulose. Okay, these microfibrils are made up of cellulose, which is the main component of cell wall, which cannot be easily digested in our stomach, but it is easily digested in the cattles. Okay, due to presence of rumen like bacteria. So we are avoid to eat plant type food in night. Okay, due to presence of cellulose in plant cells. So the main component of the cell wall is the cellulose, which is present in the microfibril, and celluloses are attached together by some carbohydrate type substance like pectin and hemicellulose. The number of cellulose are attached together by pectin and hemicellulose and form a microfibril, and matrix and microfibril by attaching together with the polysaccharide mixture and forms a structure of cell wall. Okay, so let's know about the function of a cell wall. First of all, it is freely permeable. It is freely permeable, but the cell membrane is the selectively permeable. Cell membrane allows some specific substance, but cell wall is the freely permeable. It allows all types of substances to pass through it. Okay, then it provides rigidity. It provides rigidity. Rigidity means it is a hard type substance, like a hard surface, hard substance. So it provides rigidity, and due to this rigidity, the plant cell has definite shape. Okay. Just this structure, some plant cell, any type of shape, but not round shape. These are the plant cell type structure. It provides protection. Whom? It provides protection to the cell from mechanical injury or any infection. Okay. Next, it it regulates osmotic pressure. It regulates osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure means, what is osmosis? Now osmosis is a process in which water molecules are transported from higher concentration to lower concentration, and this transportation also results due to some pressure, and that pressure is the osmotic pressure, and that also regulated by cell wall. Okay, due to osmotic pressure, the water molecule, the solvent molecules can pass through from one cell to another cell. Okay, so there is some gap between the cell wall. Okay, and that gap is called plasmodesmata. Plasmodesmata is a gap or a channel between two cells which is present in the cell wall, and through this gap and through these channels the cellular substances can transport from one cell to another cell, and the plasmodesmata structure is like this. Suppose this is the one plant cell and this is the another cell. Okay, so here is a gap. Here is a gap in between these two cells. Okay. So these gaps are called plasmodesmata, and due to presence of this plasmodesmata structure, the cells are interconnected with each other, so that cellular substances can pass from one cell to another cell. So this is all about the cell membrane and cell wall. So we will continue in the next video about nucleus and cytoplasm, which is also a part of basic structure of cell. Okay, thank you.